Hells me, I was popping multi reacting this vid. This is when trolls go too far. The Millie Bobby Brown meme. This is that little girl from Stranger Things. Why y'all fucking with her? I reacted to another when trolls go too far vid. It was about I don't know her fucking name. I forgot. But they was doing a lot with her too, and y'all need to leave people alone. Is the moral of the story. But anyway, let's see how people were trolling Millie Bobby Brown. Let's watch.
If you've ever been on the internet,
anyway, her name is Millie Bobby Brown.
You will have seen trolls in action. And if you haven't, just go up and up Twitter. You'll soon find them. Anyone can be considered fair game to trolls, famous or not, and people can suddenly find themselves becoming an internet meme overnight as they are bombarded with offensive tweets, comments, and memes about themselves. And sometimes what may be posted as a meme on Twitter can soon spread and begin to have real-world consequences. Here's the story of the child actress Millie Bobby Brown and how she became a fake meme bigot thanks to internet trolls. On the 7th of November 2017, the troll account Kelsey Fiona tweeted about an alleged interaction with the actress Millie Bobby Brown. This tweet, unbeknownst to Kelsey, if that is your real name, would go on to trigger one of the most infamous ongoing memes that is still being used to this day. I saw Millie Bobby Brown in the airport and asked for a pic, and she said, "Only if you remove the hijab." And I said, "It's my faith," and she aggressively pulled it off my head and stamped on it. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that this story was fake. One eagle-eyed Twitter user who spotted an inconsistency with Kelsey's story replied, "You don't even have a hijab on in your profile picture," because she ripped it off. Kelsey went on to tweet, "For all of the Millie Bobby Brown fans saying my story is a lie and I'm not a true Muslim, then here's the proof. And just in case you weren't already 100% convinced that the story was a lie, the proof she attached was a photoshopped image of Meghan Trainor wearing a hijab. I swear you just can't make this up." Kelsey also made more troll tweets about Millie, including one where she claimed Millie had made a racist gesture on FaceTime with her, which also wasn't true, as well as tweeted an article about a racist middle-aged woman on a bus, but with a photo of Millie instead, as further proof of her story. For those who don't know, Kelsey Fiona was a pretty infamous troll on Twitter, especially amongst other troll accounts. Allegedly, Kelsey has existed across many different accounts, and apparently the troll once got into beef with none other than Lady Gaga, which ended with Kelsey asking Gaga for a fight. Kelsey is often argued to be the greatest troll of all time, although others would definitely disagree. Anyways, Millie Bobby Brown was only 13 at the time that Kelsey shared the fake tweets about her. These troll tweets were found by some Millie Bobby Brown fans who called the account out for their lies and stated that Millie was in fact a sweet person, to which another user responded with the hashtag #TakeDownMillieBobbyBrown. The hashtag soon gained traction and people began sharing their own fake stories about Millie Bobby Brown. I was walking down the streets of LA feeling cute in my tank top when Stranger Danger Things star Millie came up to me and told me to lose weight, you fat whale. I've never been so ashamed. I once met Millie Bobby Brown in the mall and I asked her if she could sign my, and I quote, Jewish hat thing. She spit on it and said, die in hell, stupid. People also made photoshopped message notifications that looked like they had came from Millie. Retweet that Kelsey one more time and I will find you blank. And it was around this time that people began to create false quotes and stories about Millie being, specifically, homophobic. More on that later. Many fans of Millie began asking users to use the hashtag #WeLoveMillieBobbyBrown to directly counter the takedown hashtag, while others reminded the trolls that despite being only 13, Millie had set up a Twitter account to spread positivity and oppose bullying. She literally had an account called Millie Stops Hate. Later, on around the 21st of November, the Kelsey troll account that had seemingly started the trolling Millie trend was suspended from Twitter, which some fellow trolls referred to as Twitter silencing victims. Many supporters of Millie celebrated this and asked for those who had shared the fake stories to apologise and switch to the We Love hashtag instead. But as you can imagine, most people weren't in favour of the new supportive movement. OMG, the meme died days ago. Move on, shaking my head. But unfortunately for for Millie, the meme was far from dead. The memes about Millie continued consistently for several months, and as it grew, the memes became more focused on the fake homophobic things that Millie hadn't done, and these fake posts were also filled with many slurs. Just bought myself a piping hot coffee to throw on a blank. Sir Isaac Newton was only 23 when he discovered the law of gravity. Millie Bobby Brown was only 13 when she said, "I hate blanks." And there was also a subcategory of these false memes revolving around the idea that Millie wanted to run a specific minority of people over in her car, despite her not being old enough to even drive. "When I see a blank, I floor it. Just got this car, it's Pride Month, hoping to hit a few blanks today. No cops at Pride, just Millie Bobby Brown and the gas pedal." As more and more of these posts were created, the meme began to be used in communities outside of troll Twitter, like Stan Twitter. The memes and the takedown Millie Bobby Brown hashtag was covered by several news sites like PopBuzz, and soon the meme spread to locals, aka normal people. And since the meme had spread so much wider, many of these trolls began to complain about who was creating these memes. Some complained about the locals using the meme. One of my followers started the Millie Bobby Brown inside jokes on troll Twitter, and it became mainstream across the site because of locals. They really are a plague with no sense of humour. Locals ruin everything. And as some of the memes contained homophobic attitudes and slurs, many trollers criticised straight memers who were joining in on the meme. Which I do kind of understand, but at the same time, I don't think gatekeeping who can and can't bully a 13-year-old is a hill that I personally would choose to die on. As the meme was now viral, a few people who weren't familiar with the meme's troll origins began to think that the fake Snapchat posts and uninspirational quotes were real, and that Millie was actually homophobic. As you can probably guess, the whole meme became even more of a mess than its already messy origins, and on June 13th, 2018, Millie Bobby Brown deactivated her Twitter account. "I can't stop crying. We did it, kids. I'm putting this accomplishment on my resume from now on." After Millie had left Twitter, many large news sites covered the story, like Variety, The Independent, BuzzFeed, and even the BBC, and soon there appeared to be a shift on the takedown Millie Bobby Brown hashtag as people began to call out the trolls. "You all are bullying a 14-year-old girl. She's left Twitter. I hope you are all happy. Hashtag takedown Millie Bobby Brown is one of the sickest things I've ever seen. This girl is 14, and people have nothing better to do than make up stories and bully the hell out of an innocent person." 3 days after Millie had deactivated her Twitter account, the MTV Movie and TV Awards show was held. Millie was nominated for 2 awards, one of which was Best Performance in a Show, which she won for her performance in Stranger Things. Although Millie was unable to attend the ceremony as she had broken her kneecap, which just adds another layer of cruelty to the meme, a pre-recorded speech was played at the awards show of Millie accepting her award. In this speech, Millie gave a message about bullying, which appeared to be in direct response to the trolling that she had experienced on Twitter over the past few months.
"Finally, since I know there are many young people watching this, and even to the adults too, they could probably use the reminder that I was taught, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it. There should be no space in this world for bullying, and I'm not going to tolerate it, and neither should any of you."
Unfortunately, it seems like many trolls didn't actually take Millie's advice of, shutting up, as to this day, people still post the same fake memes about Millie saying bigoted things, even though it's 4 years since the initial trolls post. The reason why some people found these memes funny, and some still do, is because the thought of a 13-year-old child celebrity being so openly homophobic on social media is absurd. At least I hope for the sake of the PR teams of Hollywood that something like that wouldn't happen. Many of the homophobia memes were seemingly created by gay people. Thus, the slurs and other content in them were being used in a reclaiming hateful words type of way. However, with Millie's face attached to these sentiments, the lines became severely blurred, resulting in many people actually believing that Millie had said some of these ridiculous things, which could have potentially threatened Millie's acting career and ability to get work. On some internet forums, the entire Millie Bobby Brown saga was discussed at length, with many people defending the memes as just black humour. But regardless of your own personal tastes in humour, I think we can all agree that creating false bigoted narratives about a 13-year-old child online, forcing them off social media, and then celebrating this, all while she has a broken kneecap. Not an important detail, but worth mentioning, is certainly pushing the limits on the whole black humour justification. But one thing we know for sure is that Millie handled the situation incredibly well and extremely maturely. Despite the trolling Millie received, she is currently an ambassador for anti-bullying and has even spoken at the UN headquarters about the effects of bullying, as well as campaigning for nicer and safer social media. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video...
This is just pathetic. Like, niggas really gotta find better things to do. I know I say that all the time, but this is just sad. Leave this little girl alone. Like, what? What? This is so stupid. The things they were saying, though, were so dumb. Like, this is obviously fake. And then you got other morons coming on Twitter saying, oh, is she really homophobic? Like, does this even make sense? Like, how can you read any of this and think like, oh yeah, she's actually saying this? This girl, I can't. This is just, I can't. I can't. But that part about that hijab, I'm sorry, that was hilarious. But yeah, this is a hot mess. Y'all let me know what y'all thought though, and I'll see y'all in the next one.